Hey friends, so it's been quite a while. Excuse me looking exhausted. I am exhausted. I've been up late as of late. Ha! Um, but anyways, I wanted to share something I feel really important to kind of share with you guys. Forgive me if I get a little scattered. I'm going to do my best to kind of be clear and work with my higher self. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys some advice. I know I'm only 31 and exhausted, but I feel like this was really important for me to learn. And so the advice is to be kind to yourself and to be patient with yourself. So I want to share a little story about patience in my life. Maybe a few stories that hopefully will help you connect with me and hopefully will help you understand the importance of patience in your life. So I guess in my life I've hit, I like to tell my wife Shauna, my beautiful goddess, my true love, that I never ever have done anything easy in my life. And starting with the way I came into this world, my mom said it took her 7.5 hours to push my little ass out of her body. 7.5 hours of natural childbirth. Mother, you're incredible. Congratulations. You are a godsend for working it for 7.5 hours without drugs. But patience is so fucking important. And I'm going to start with me first being diagnosed with cancer. When I was diagnosed at 14 years old, I literally thought I was going to be in the hospital for a month and then I would go home and I would be fine. Right? I would not have to. I'd go back to school, I'd go back to playing football, I'd go back to playing basketball, I'd go back to being a normal 14-year-old. Little did I know that I had another 10.5 months of really high dose chemotherapy. That process from the time that I was originally diagnosed, August 23rd, 24th, 2001, to the time I was finally cleared after my bone marrow transplant was August 2, I think it was my mom's birthday, August 9th, 2000. Oh my gosh, I want to say 2009. 8 fucking years of chemotherapy, of radiation, of this of antiviral medication, antibacterial medication, oral steroids, oral chemotherapy, antifungal medication, bone density medication, indigestion, Prilosec, or whatever, Prilosec, indigestion medication, right? 8 years of this process of being told, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this because we think this is best, because you shouldn't listen to yourself. Now, I'm going to kind of drift off for a second. The most important thing I've found in my life, hands down, and I'm totally serious with you guys about this, is to fuck listening to what everybody else is saying and listen to the guidance that you feel in your gut and in your heart. And I'm not playing around. I couldn't be more serious with you guys about that. I am literally alive today because I chose to listen to the feelings of warmth, to the feelings of guidance in my heart and in my chest, more than I listened to the voices and opinions of those around me. Now, that wasn't me just being stubborn and doing what I wanted to do out of ego. That was me listening to what I felt was the most important thing that I needed to do in that moment. Partly because some of the things that I wanted to do were also the things that I was being guided to do. going back and playing basketball, rehabbing myself, not going to physical therapy because physical therapy was useless. I'm sorry, physical therapist. I was going to be a physical therapist. I checked out of that. I checked out of that career path. But because I felt that physical therapy was useless, because in my internal guidance, I knew that I needed to be doing more. I needed to be going outside and walking as much as I could. I needed to be going outside and just playing basketball because it gave me a fresh sense of being alive again, of lifting weights in my backyard when I wasn't allowed to go to the doctor or wasn't allowed to go to the gym or anything like that. And the doctor's telling me you can't do that. The chemotherapy is going to affect your heart. It's going to tax your heart. You could have a heart attack. You could have this, your bone density, blah, 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 blah. But in my heart, in my gut, I knew that if I loved the process, that if I followed along with the inner knowing that was moving through me, that was that higher self that was communicating with me at all times, that I would be fine. But I had to be patient with the process, and I had to move through the chaos. I had to move over the barriers. I had to move around the barriers as they came to me, and that I would make it through the path. But I had to listen to the guidance in my heart, in my gut. I had to listen to that little voice that was coming through, even if it wasn't completely clear because I didn't understand it. There was something whispering to me, do it anyways. But I had to be patient with the process. I was a very impatient person, and I still at this time can be impatient. But now, we can say 17 years later, now that I'm 31, oh my goodness, I'm so old. I'm not just kidding. I'm a young, sprightly young fellow, as you can see. And I'm tired. I need to sleep after this. 31 years old, 17 years later, not only do I still follow that guidance, but I've opened the awareness to where when I am asking a question, I can hear a voice communicating with me, just like you would be whispering to me in my ear. I just posted something on Facebook the other day, and I said, when you are talking to yourself, who are you talking to? When you are having a conversation with yourself, who are you talking to? Now that's something to think about for you. For me, I got my answer, and I know my answer, and I feel my answer. That's my higher self. That's the soul aspect of who I am. That's not just the conscious mind, Zach, that you see this beautiful, sexy beast before you. But it's the higher awareness, that aspect of God. This body, these cells in the body are consciousness. They're all God. But just as we are God, the infinite presence, the trunk of the tree of life, that's spreading all life, the roots that spread all life up and through, the life that is the tree of life, can then have a different perspective of the branches. See what I'm saying? Be patient with the process, but love what you're doing. Listen to what you're being guided towards. Don't just try to make $1 million because you think it's going to make you happy. Don't just try to find the relationship because you think it's going to make you happy. Don't just try to get a healthy body because you think it's going to make you happy. Granted, those things can bring more fulfillment into your life and allow you to feel happier. But I kind of went off track there. Yeah, I went off track with that. Keep that in mind, but I went off track there. But sticking to my point, be patient with the process and listen to yourself. Big S, not little s. Big S self. Big S spirit. Big S soul. Big S source. Big S booty. I'm just kidding. I'm delirious. I love Eddie Murphy. Anyways. Do you get me? Are you feeling what I'm picking up from it? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You need to go on your spiritual journey. You need to meditate. It's not a if you should meditate. It's a you need to meditate 15 to 20 minutes a day. Close your fucking eyes. Turn on some nature sounds or turn on nothing. Turn on the timer for 15 or 20 minutes and feel the breath moving in and out of your body. Drink more fucking water. Actually, I'm going to go back to the meditation. Pause, rewind. There was someone, I don't know who said it, it was a sage or someone, and they said, if some people, he said, you must meditate for 15 to 20 minutes, and if you don't have 15 or 20 minutes to meditate for, do it for an hour. Do it longer. If you're not going to make time, do it longer. I don't care what you're saying right now. I don't have time. My kids, my work, my this, my that. The most important thing you can do in this lifetime is evolve yourself spiritually, because that's all you are. This body is nothing. The body that you're looking at, that you're touching right now with your fingertip, I was just touching myself. I was touching my downstairs, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just kidding. I wasn't doing that. I was touching my leg. Well, it's still my downstairs. My third leg. But when you're I totally threw myself off. You are so much more than this physical vessel you see before you. It's a beautiful, beautiful, glorious, perfect, divine being. However, it's just finite. You, your spiritual self, your soul self, the God presence that is you, the Christness that is who's perceiving this video right now, who's watching this crazy guy spout out all types of awesomeness. That you is the eternal self, is the Caesar Godness, right? That body, this beautiful puppy you see before you, look at him. He's so cute and adorable. But he's finite. But when you look into his eyes and you see the beauty that's behind those eyes, you see the infiniteness of him. That's why sometimes it's a scary thing, if you've ever done it, to just stare at yourself in the mirror and look directly into your eyes, because sometimes when you look into those eyes, you'll start to think, who the fuck is that? Because ultimately, you are divine consciousness, a spiritual essence having a physical body. And the physical body interprets the guidance from that spiritual essence in the heart center, in the navel center. It feels that inspirational push to move into a certain direction, to move a specific way as a result of listening to that. The problem is that we've stepped away from that. We've stepped away from that knowing. We stepped away from the practice of listening. Why do you think your ears are ringing so fucking much? Do you think your ears are ringing just because they're ringing? Your ears are ringing because your soul, your higher self, is trying to communicate with you. It's trying to tell you something. Listen. Quiet yourself and listen. Listen to what you're being given. When you feel that warmth in the heart center, when you feel that warmth in your gut, you're on the right path. Trust me. Trust me. I'm one of very few of the cancer patients in the hospital that made it. I'm one of very few people in the world, I bet, that has had a hip collapse and can now beat his wife in a sprint with no pain. I really do need to post a picture of what my hip looks like, because you guys would freak out. The hip, well, maybe what it used to look like, because now it's healed. Thank you, higher self. Holla! But I'm one of few people in the world that can truly say that I can hear my higher self because I choose to listen. Because I was patient enough to wait for the true person, my true partner, my love, Shauna Bana. I live a perfect life that has this beautiful puppy that can share a message with you people, you beautiful, beautiful brothers and sisters, my spiritual equals, my eternal equals. I can truly say that because I've listened. I can feel the warmth in my chest right now. I bet you can feel that too. I bet watching this video you can feel that in your heart. You can feel that in your stomach. And if you can, share the fuck out of this video. Share this crazy ass, sexy, beautiful, squinty little white boy that looks like he's tired and high. I'm not high. I don't do that. I'm high. I snorted some cereal and got high on life. Hashtag Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham said that. He's hilarious. This is just me delirious. But I can truly say with 100% certainty that you are being given the guidance you need, but you've got to listen. And you have to be patient and kind with yourself. We're bringing it back full circle. You've got to be patient with yourself. And you've got to be kind to yourself. When was the last time that you said you appreciated and spoke to your body? When was the last time you said, I appreciate you, body, so much for letting me taste this delicious food, for letting me hear these amazing words from this crazy white boy, from this spiritual master? When was the last time you said, I appreciate being able to feel the wind on my skin? When was the last time you said, body, I thank you for being able to take a normal pee or poop? It just flowed right out. When was the last time you said, body, I appreciate you so much for helping me digest the nutrients and food that I need to keep you nourished? When was the last time you said to your lover, I appreciate who you are in all of your wholeness, and I'm so grateful that we chose each other to spend our lives with? That we made the choice to spend time together, to grow together as a team. And that by growing together we would grow individually, and spiritually we would evolve beyond the point that we were when we first came forth. These are just little reminders, things that I've come to know and feel that I want to share with you guys. And I really do want you guys to take heed of this message, because it's not my message. This is your message. If you're listening to this, this is the message from your higher self to you, working through me. This is your higher self telling you what you already know, reminding you of who you are, reminding you of what you can be, and reminding you of listening to yourself, of being patient, of being kind. I love you guys. I appreciate you watching. If you did find this video uplifting or powerful or helpful, please share it, because these are not my words. These were your words. These are our words. This is the higher self. This is the soul self moving through me and communicating to all of us, because even through me, I'm learning more as I speak. And I appreciate you guys watching. I really do. Maybe I'll make some more delirious videos, because I tend not to think so much and I tend to just go with it and let the soul flow. But I love you guys. I'm done. I'm getting a weird, I'm getting weird. Oh, I just had a double chin. Oh, look at that sexy double chin. I really do have a six-pack, I swear. And anyways, I'm getting weird twang in my voice. So I love you guys. Thank you very much for listening. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. This was a long one. Hopefully you made it this far. Love you. Goodbye.